Okay, so here we are back with developers commentary. This is MAP09 Monument. We're starting from pistol start just because there's been a few more bug fixes that people have informed me about, so this is a new version of the really minor stuff. No changes to this map in particular. But let's get started. So the idea for this map is it's another cross ruins mixed with tech-based style level, and originally it was all going to be based around a central monument in the middle of the map that the UAC had been researching, but that message really went out the window as I tried to make this map, and I think this is one of maybe the most or one of the most forgettable maps of the entire Megawad. And I'm not really happy with the progression of it either, and I'll discuss that a little bit later. But let's just start. We'll pop up here with things like this. See just over there, the little suits watching you. So interestingly, the exit door is right at the start of the level here, but you do need a yellow key to get to it. Now this is the main area. I want to talk about that central pillar in the middle. Originally I was trying to get it kind of hooked up to a load of wires and terminals like the UAC was studying it, but that kind of got lost. This map, I think, really lacks storytelling actually. There's nothing memorable about it. It's quite an abstract map, despite the fact that it was actually drawn on paper, the layout of the map. But generally this is, I was running out of ideas. It's pretty much a filler map. I didn't quite have enough ideas planned out for 32 maps. And I did have to wing it a little bit, and in retrospect, I probably should have just waited until I had a good idea, left this slot empty, made the other kind of ideas for maps that I had actually thought of, and then gone back to this. I was pretty hell-bent on making these sequentially, and whilst that does make difficulty progression easier to plan for, you do also end up with these filler maps which haven't got a good idea. MAP09 and Doom 2 I'm struggling to remember. So this Megawad as well, just there's nothing really stand out about this map, which is why I'm struggling to talk about it as well, so I think we'll just try and blast through as quickly as possible. It's got a nice openness though, I must say. You can take either the left or right path. Switch chain them. And it's got a nice cavernous, with a marble interior, I guess. I do think this is one of the ugliest maps, maybe the ugliest actually, because there are a lot of texture alignment issues, and really difficult to deal with in this room in particular. Trying to get all of that marble hooked up with each other was quite challenging actually. Surprise the enemy here. Gameplay wise as well, there's not enough traps in here for this to be exciting. It is what you see is what you get. Just rooms filled with monsters, kill them, move on. And you see, as you move on through the maps, I get more confident with how to use teleport traps in particular. One good thing about this map though is it is absolutely filled with secrets. If we pop down here as well, we may as well get loaded up. some rockets. Where are we going? Yeah, so originally this was going to be some kind of altar that the USC were researching. It was going to have wires leading into it. I didn't want to use the sky texture either, but just creatively I was really struggling, so I ended up just opening up a big gap in the ceiling just because I found it really difficult to have good contrasting lighting without that sky texture. Looking back, I could very easily get rid of the sky texture now and make this entire thing underground, but at the time I was really struggling. Let's pop down here into one of the first fights. I'm just going to drop a save. Pinkies. Fully stacked. Water goes behind us. There's a Megasphere that I can get here, but we're already fully stacked, so they're beats at the moment. I'll save our rockets as well. So shotgunners, and then we'll have Pinkies teleporting here, and some imps come up here to attack you as well. If those were revenants up there, actually, this would be a more challenging fight. As it is, quite easy. Haven't even taken a scratch. Head up here and we'll get ourselves to blue key. We're back, we'll link back, and we need to run over to the other side now. Story-wise, the reason why it's a blend of marble and UAC buildings is that these are little research bases that the UAC have built kind of in the ruins where they're collecting and researching the artifacts. The artifacts being those pillars, these columns here. That's communicated quite well in MAP08. In this map, however, I don't think it's done very well at all. That's mainly just because, as I said earlier, this was during an ideas drought. It's quite challenging. This fight could have been much harder, it really should have been as well. I think if I was going to do it again, I would have probably just teleported in some monsters up here when this goes down. Stick chain guns with some revenants up here. Or maybe lower these walls perhaps. Because you never want to fight to just reveal one load of enemies. They should come from multiple places. We've got the yellow key now. And we could go get that Megasphere, but I really don't think we even need it. Oh, we just took 3 rockets on that. Take a little save here. Deal with this. Go for it. And these guys drop down as well. And you just start a big infight party. Why not? We could leave right now, but let's just do the cleanup. Big mess of enemies all dealt with, and we're going to pop through here to another place the UAC's been researching. If I was smart, we should have gone and got that Megasphere actually. As we are playing continuous. So here we go, map 10. Stronghold. I think this was a breakthrough map for me and my mapping ability. It came after I played vivisection in No Rest for the Living, which is kind of it's this indoor arena, but it's got this huge outside secret area, and it's really interconnected. It feels a lot like a real place. And this is the first map where I think I became truly confident in designing maps as real, believable spaces, and I managed to interweave the outdoor and indoor sections quite well, I think. Although it's only got 3 secrets, there's a lot you could miss. The music is by plodding guitar riff. As you really systematically, you have to play this map systematically exterminate every single thing in the building. That's what one reviewer described it as, kind of systematic extermination. There's no huge fights in this map, but you've got to kind of grind down the opponent over time. You clear out each place wing by wing. Here's the first secret, so we can come here. Be careful, it's full of chain gunners. So yeah, before I'd never been able to really create this kind of indoor-outdoor experience. There's always one or the other. This is the first time I'd managed to create such an interconnected and believable place, where everything interlinks together, has windows into different rooms and you can take advantage of and get destroyed by Mancubus. And when you have that openness in one of your maps, it caters for a lot of different playstyles. Lots of different routes for newbie maps. Just need to slow down a notch. Let's do these ones in. That is... don't even notice, don't even look at it, don't even look at the fact that should be lower on beds. There we go. Open up here, there's something. Just drop the set. So these switches around here are really just taken from the vivisection map, but not done as well. So you have 3 switches and each of them lower a set of pillars that take you to the red key. I'll have that if I find it. But if I was going to go back to this, I would make those pillars a lot more obvious, because you hit that switch and you kind of don't actually know what you've done. These were originally barons as well, but it was boring. You'll see that having all those windows means you can use cacodemons in interesting ways. Cacodemons are probably the most versatile demons that man can use, actually, just because they're highly mobile. They haven't got too much HP to be annoying, and they can actually silently sneak up the player as well. It's quite fun to do this little shootout through the windows. And you can play this entire map indoors, but by having this huge outdoor area with so much content, you're going to feel very unsatisfied if you don't manage to find a way outside. Which is why I made the doors quite easy to see. There we go. Originally, I think I went out in a lot more ambushes, because this is more of just enter a room, what you see is what you get, basically. Not die here. Drop save. Oh, and we're dead. Let's use the normal shotgun. Just back up, actually. We go a different way. There we go, there's the openers of the map being shown there. We can just go a different way. We'll get a flank on them. So there's a really silly secret here that requires some really niche knowledge of infinite switch height that a lot of modern players don't actually know about. The line depths have infinite height, so even though that switch up there seems like you can't reach it, you totally can in the Doom engine. And that lowers the mega armor out here. Let's do that. And this will link you back to the beginning. It's nice to come full circle, it shows how much you've accomplished. We can now go to the middle area. I didn't communicate this too well. A few players have got lost looking for the red key. You just leave. That's pretty bad. I should really have teleported someone to the back there as well. And you can totally just stand here and make a mockery of it. And you'll see in later maps I get wiser to that and I start using teleport lines to make sure the players can't escape as easily. For that one, you can cheese it. You can cheese it. Got some supplies. And let's do the final fight. Arch just hasn't going through rockets, so I missed. So you are, I believe. No, you used to be locked in to the room, but a few people said that was too unfair, and I bowed to that this time, but looking back, I'm still locking the room actually. There's enough supplies in the room you're locking the player into, as in they can walk in with 1 HP and still do the room, then I think it's fine. Just a little bit convoluted here. But to get the bars out, you've got to get both of this stuff. There we go. That is the map done. A secret for continuous players only. That's a bit dubious, I think, but anyway, there we go. So Stronghold done. Nice open layout, interconnected, quite enjoyable, I think. Nice extermination level. And finally, the final map of the, I guess, the Earth chapter, Disinfection. The idea being you are right at the heart of whatever the UAC were getting up to, and it's just a corrupted, utterly fleshy, hellish mess, and you're here to clean it out and deal with the source of the invasion. Let's leave that for later. I wanted this to be a showstopper. A big fight at the end, and the fight at the end is quite tough actually. Yeah, and you'll see it when we get to it, but it used to be even harder in the first versions. So hard it was almost impossible. So take a good getting nice and slow. I think visually I would be a lot stricter with texture alignment next time. The bricks kind of go where they want. Oh! Or not, we'll just die. Did I make a save? No, we'll just do that again. That's fine. It's quite difficult now. Should be a backpack I need to get. I'm pretty sure I haven't got a backpack. So this room down with the crushers, inspired by MAP11, I think, going down when you're in the belly of the beast or something like that. Try not to get the organic, fleshy, incredibly corrupting feel. I think visually the map does that quite well. You are right in the guts, the source of the invasion. And the MIDI is great as well. It's a nice slow burn. Another one by Dial-Up to Murder. This room visually is pretty intense as well. This big fleshy ceiling, the hanged dead bodies. And this is a pretty fun fight coming up. As long as you've got enough rockets for it. Up here and you've got to deal with this wave of demons. Backed up by a load of makers. And I just like to unleash all the rockets onto it. Looking back, I would probably make the teleports even faster. I've learned a few new ways to get monsters out of teleports really quickly. And I'll definitely implement those next time round. So run back up here, and we're back at the beginning. Take that back down now. And we got the wrecking. Some weird that those parts that happened before. This switch. Try not to die and go back. I'll make it all safe. Get locked in. Should get. You see all the rockets are placed further down, so you have to engage with this big group of revenants. Get the rockets. Find all these encounters do a really good job of building up tension for the final fight. The slow MIDI helps with that as well. That you're not racing straight from that. You've got all this build up for a final showdown. And I believe the first cyber demon as well. So we've got that last one down there. And we link back up here. pretty easy way to get through here. This is an underwhelming area. At the time I thought it was fine, but then somebody pointed out to me that it's just a dark room with some chain gunners, and that's all you need to deal with to get to Luke. The answer was staring me in the face that obviously, just when you step in, the killers should just lower. You know, just full of imps, demons and spectres or whatever. Now we'll just make it more interesting. We're almost there. Investigators. Now we've got the final fight. Hopefully I can do it first try. It's quite challenging with the archviles. And I did not actually mean to hit it that soon, but oh well. Let's see what happens. I'll try and deal with the big one straight away. Players don't switch between plasma and rockets enough. If you've got space, it should be the a lot of players I see stick to one weapon, they complain to me the fight's too hard. Really, then switch enough. And you've created room with the plasma damage. Originally, this room was like half as big, but with the same amount of enemies, it's really difficult. There we go, that's it done, first try. Quite happy with that. I don't always get it first try, but it's definitely doable if you know where the archviles are. And it can be done. You've got to hit 3 switches, and then we deal with that. Is that misaligned? Ugh, that'll always be misaligned, unfortunately. Every time I try and fix it, it misses anyway. Just got to deal with the dregs. Might as well drop a save. Oh, yep, under the pressure. What is it? I get crusher kill. No, give me a crusher kill. Might have even made those lines more simple. Stop that. No, if it didn't. Might have. Oh well, there should be a revenant up here that I left. No? Oh, one monster short. Oh well, not bothered. Not really bothered. So, here's our ticket home, our fat reward. We're out of the mountain, come around the corner, and they're not going to let us go that easily. And that's the Earth episode done. Disinfection. A fitting end, I think. Quite challenging, but as I've just shown, you can get that final fight down. It's not impossible. Don't let some people tell you it's impossible. It's really not. Just learn that where the archviles are. The archviles are with the revenants, so prioritise the archviles. Be intelligent with the rocket launcher and the plasma gun, and you can first try it like me as well. So next up are the Hell episodes, and we'll do that in a separate video. The Hell stuff is where I think the Maker Ward starts to get really good.